Okay. I hear you ask. How do businesses work, and why does the Investor Bro always own 300 books and millions of secrets to the success of them? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, in order to understand how businesses work, you first need to understand the one thing they all want: more money. Now, most businesses provide either a good or a service. Goods refer to materials like shoes, clothes, and foods, while services are things like consulting and cleaning. However, these businesses trade these goods and services for money. Duh, I know. But the more effectively they trade these goods and services, the more money they make. Now, they can't just poof these goods and services into existence, but rather have to produce them. This usually comes to a cost to the business itself, which is known as the cost of goods and can be seen on other financial statements. As such, maximizing the gross profit, or total sales minus cost of goods, is the goal of every business. This can be done in two ways: increase the revenue or decrease the costs. Now, figuring these two out is a little tricky. We're going to start with the costs. Costs to a business are incredibly important to understand. However, there are a lot of costs that people miss. For example, suppose you owned a restaurant and I asked you, how much does a burger cost to make? Well, you could start with the obvious and figure out the cost of the bun, the burger, the lettuce, tomato, the pickles, the wrapping, the bag, and the complimentary fork. However, you also need to consider the electricity that went in to cook the burger, the wear and tear on the grill that the burger caused, the cost of the employee that made that burger, the cost of the employee that sold that burger, the rent of the building and how much of the burger covers that rent cost, and the air conditioning, and all other costs of the business that are on that burger. Now, this is way too complicated to do on an individual unit and is usually simplified into two types of cost: fixed and variable. Fixed costs are things such as rent, air conditioning, and other costs that do not change per product sold. Variable costs are costs determined by how much product is sold, such as burger ingredients, wrapping, etc. Now, as you've probably guessed, fixed cost does not fluctuate. However, you can use it to figure out the cost for a unit. For example, you can split the AC expense over all of the products sold. This means that the more products you sell, the less your fixed costs are per unit. You can actually use this information to determine how much product you need to cover all of your fixed costs. This is known as the breaking point, and when you are calculating it, you need to take your set price and subtract the average of the variable costs per unit. Then you divide the fixed costs by the profit per unit, and bam! How much product you need to sell. Do note that substantially decreasing this cost should only be used as a last resort, since you should already be operating your business as efficiently as possible. However, you still can do it when times get tough or if you need to increase efficiency. Now, the next aspect of business is increasing sales revenue. This can be done in two ways: increasing prices or increasing your customer base. The first one, increasing prices, is self-explanatory. If you charge more for a customer, well, they give you more money. However, it is not optimal for businesses since people don't like a substantial price increase. Sure, you can go to your economics 1 class and talk about supply and demand graphs and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, I would personally be mad if Dollar Tree starts selling stuff for $2. Now, there are some exceptions, but if the price increases, then customers usually get mad. As such, increasing your customer base is usually the best way to grow profits. This can be done through the amazing world of marketing. Marketing is essentially your business's first impression. It is what people are going to remember. Now, you can be a scam advertisement on the side of some random blog that a grandma wrote, or a memorable advertisement. Now, people on average are subject to 5,000 ads a day, so you need to get their attention, otherwise you will be a part of that 5,000 that's forgotten. One easy way to get their attention is to offer something of value. For example, suppose you own the restaurant that I was describing above. If burgers are normally $10 and you advertise yours at $9, then people are going to want to buy the cheaper burger. However, you still need to consider the costs of decreasing your sales to your production. This can easily be done by using the formula above, but swapping the old price with the new and then figuring the differences between the two profits. Obviously, marketing is incredibly difficult, and there is no one-trick solution to gain an easy following. However, marketing is pointless if you can't keep people coming back to your restaurant. That's why quality is the number one thing, since people will always eat a burger that is a good burger, regardless of the price. So, how do you apply all of those together? Well, first, you gotta like, comment, subscribe, and oh, wait, whoa, sorry. Every single business decision, please do what I said earlier, realm interacts with each other in a new and unique way. If you increase the price, then less people will find the value of the product worth it. If you attempt to increase the scale of your business, then you need to believe that the customer base will increase enough to make the venture worth it. This can even boil down to the most minute decisions. Purchasing a new grill can help increase the number of burgers you sell, but if the customers only want chicken nuggets, the money would be better spent on a fryer. Even if your customers like mustard better, putting mustard on your burger would be a better choice than purchasing new ketchup. Regardless, the one thing all businesses wish for is more profit. The best way to ensure this profit is to make quality products and convince people that the value of the product is worth their time. Scams only work once. In summary, businesses are interactions between customers and producers. The producers provide either a good or service, while the customer provides the money. As such, the producer must account for all of the costs required to produce said good. This includes two types of costs, fixed and variable. Once the good or service is produced, it must be marketed to the customer. Customers don't like being scammed. As such, you need to make sure that the product is a high quality product worth the time to invest their money in. These decisions interact with each other to form the core idea of business. I'm sorry to have to say this in every video, but there's no easy, risk-free way to make millions. You need to put in effort and time and skills. Thank you for watching. Like, sub, comment a question, stay in school, empty the dishes because I know you forgot, and peace.